everybody, it's What's the Tea with Nikkolayla back at you again. Okay, so you guys know that this is the love series. Has anybody been having some love experiences? So, we talked about a few different love series expressions, like, let's see, love of children, love interaction with your grandparents, love interaction with your children, um, love interactions with yourself. So today, well, first and foremost, I would like for you to post your favorite song and why you why you like that song. So, because about love, it has to be about love. Love. We like love. I mean, I like love. So, the question is, do you like love? How does it make you feel? Well, one of the statements that came up, so one of the statements that came to me was tough love. Before we get into the tough love, let's talk about some of the questions that I asked. So, one of the questions that I asked was, do you know what love is? So if you can share an experience and also that love song, love, this is amazing. And then we'll go into some of the other questions that I kind of touched on. Tough love. I've had some tough love for my own self, and I've given some tough love. I think I might be the tough love guru. Just kidding. Anyway, so tough love. Tough love is the love, I would say, that doesn't always make you feel so wonderful. And people, you've heard the phrase before, tough love. And so it's kind of like that love where someone loves you, but they have to make some what would be considered difficult decisions, that are interacting with you. I would consider that speaking the truth. To me, someone who speaks the truth, that's love. Now, it could be your truth. It could be my truth. It could be their truth. But it's a perspective. And we don't always see everything, every portion. However, things can expand so greatly that one day we can see more. But for now, tough love. Tough love can be quite painful, but it's that push. When someone really loves you, they give you that push that you didn't have a clue was coming sometimes. It's like you would consider it that ultimatum thing. People saying, he gave me an ultimatum. It's this or that. It's like, which road are you going to take? Which road do you want to take? I'm going to give you some tough love. And it might not be stated that I'm giving you some tough love. Even when it's said it's like tough love. It's tough. It's not the easiest thing to tell someone something that you see that can actually better them. Make them better people. Make them think in a deeper way. When someone really, really loves you, and you're calling them a friend, when they really, a real friend, tells you the truth. They don't try to sugarcoat stuff and make it all glossy and pretty. Now, you might want to question somebody that does make it, oh, well, it's all right. Oh, it's okay. Well, everything's working out perfectly. Yeah, okay. The real person that's going to tell you the truth, yeah, that's a good friend. I've had some friends along my path that have told me some things that actually helped me, and it was tough love. It's like, and quite honestly, I can, chalk myself up to be one of those people that, Not everybody ends up being able to tell me stuff, because before, in my past, I had much more of a bigger ego, but not now. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody's got ego. It's important. Ego is very important for you. It gets you up in the morning, gets you dressed. There's so many positive things to ego. However, the good parts and where it's supposed to be used. So I had one friend, I can't actually remember what it was that he told me, but I know that, he was a male, and I knew, because we were friends, it was coming from a loving place. So it's kind of like, if you know that your friend already loves you, and you know that they love you because you just feel it, because they've been there with you through the thick and the thin, the hard times, the great times, all of the times. Those people in your life that really want to be there for you and are there for you, and you see them time and time again show themselves to be there and would never want to steer you the wrong way or give you the wrong information. Those are tough lovers. And they come out and they say, well, I can't say they're, but most of the time I would say, like, I can't speak for everybody. I only can speak for myself. But yeah, those tough love, those statements that actually maneuver you on a path that would make you think about something, and actually encourage you to go within yourself and say, I didn't think about that way. I think I might want to look at that a little different. Or maybe, it's so deeply painful, it's going to take some time to even process all of that. Everybody's different. But I'm so grateful to my friend Gerald. I'm so grateful for him, because he wasn't afraid to speak the truth. And that is love. It was tough love. And let me tell you something. Whew, tough love can hurt, because your ego, if it's out of balance, if your ego's out of balance, you're going to go slam, bam. It's like you fell off a mountain and it's like, splat. Then you have to ask yourself some questions. What happened here? What happened? I feel so much pain. So, through my observation, there can be some pain with love. Oh, well, of course. Yeah. If you're watching this show, of course there's pain with love. When you fall in love with someone, because we haven't talked about that kind of love. When you fall in love with someone and it doesn't meet your expectations, that love is like, it just turns you around, twists you upside down, beats you up, tosses you around, lifts you back up, and then beats you up again. That's a possibility. But it kind of feels like that. It's like, I've just been tortured, because we can take it so far. And to me, that's just proof that we're such an amazing expression of love, because all we want to do is love. And like I said on my first video, it's like when you love yourself, those punches and those like hits, they don't feel the same anymore. Like, it's like you've been in a boxing ring. You've been boxing, you're becoming more of a pro with your, like, I've got my technique down, punch, 1, 2, uppercut, all of that. You've been punched by love. But you come out and you're like, I can still love some more. It's one of those times when some people, and like I said, love is degrees. It has stages. It has expansive abilities. You can go so deep, 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 deep dark in this place where you're just not feeling love. or you can go so high, high, high in a place of blissful love. Now, these feelings are temporary. The next phase is mastering those things. I know that I'm not there yet. However, like I said on the last video, it was really interesting. So I'm going to share a story. So I was in a relationship, and me and this person were consistently back and forth communicating in this day and time. And it didn't pan out like both of us expected. I mean, as far as I know, that we looked at it as like it was going to work, it was going to happen, and then it was like, "Ah!" Like the brakes got put on, like a family member of theirs passed away. I mean, it was just like, it was like, what just happened? It was like, this was just so wonderful. I mean, it just seemed so perfect. Was it? I don't know. It was an experience that I had to have. But like I said before, it was like I was angry and upset in a short time frame. It didn't last very long. And then I had to go through a processing to figure out like what just happened here? Like, and I had to go through the processing. However, I look back and I'm like, I didn't shed one tear. But it's not that I didn't love that person. And that's why it was surprising to me that I didn't shed a tear, because I remember having an experience, and I didn't feel like I hardened my heart either. Like, you can go into experiences in life and just be like, your heart is, I've heard that statement before, your heart is hard, or you have a hardened heart. People who have the ability to just keep coming back, like I have a friend. He's a good person. He's a really kind, loving, caring person. And he means well. And he's loving. I think I'm having a question about this because I'm processing it. It's like I'm learning about his experience. So he's a very loving person, and it's kind of like it's important for you to speak your truth and actually follow through with the necessary actions. So if you tell someone that you love them, follow through with the action of love. So then what is that? What are the actions of love? The actions of love to me are, what I say is what I mean. And when I make a mistake and don't follow through with something, I say, I made a mistake, I'm sorry. And then you better yourself. And what I mean by you better yourself, you take the time and process and go inside of yourself and say, you know what? I didn't do that person very kindly. What is it about me that I need to maybe change or shift or do something? And some people just go on their merry way and don't really even realize that they've affected somebody unless that other person says something. And even then, it's kind of like, oh, well, I didn't really know that affected you in such a way. I'm sorry. We can say kind words, we can say loving words, we can say words that like really, really, cause pain and hurt. But then you also have the ability to come back from that and love yourself. Because when someone in your life does something that you don't expect them to do, or you have expectations, now that expectation word, I had to learn from that expectation word. Like the young man that I was telling you about, the first one, he's a sweetheart, he's kind, but his actions didn't fit. Like, I fell in love with him, and he had a behavior where he give loving expressions to me, but then followed through with his actions. It's like, and then I would say, your actions are not consistent to what you're saying. And I pointed it out. And still he lollygagged. It's like, you're still lollygagging around, but he's still a kind, loving, caring person. We're still friends today. But he was one of my love teachers. I consider him one of my love teachers so I can become more of a master of love. Because let me tell you, it took 3 years for me to get over that person. Oh my God. It's crazy. It's crazy. And like I said, we're still friends today. He's a kind, loving person. And you sometimes, I think you choose someone in your life to teach you love, to remove you from the thought of having expectations about love or expectations about anything for that matter. But yeah, love is, I know there's so many stories out there of people that have had love experiences that have transformed and changed their lives, because there's nothing about this world, to me, nothing about this world that love is not intertangled in. Nothing. We all have it inside of us. We all desire it in some way, shape, or form. It's how we expect it to come in and how we actually even expect to give it out. I'm just learning more about it myself. I can honestly say I'm expanding from it. I'm expanding through it. And I'm loving myself along the way. I'm walking the path of love. I really am. And I'm grateful for it. Because let me tell you something. It's been a doozy. But it's been good. I have to say it's been good. But it's because my perspective is to look at it as good. I don't have any anger or frustration or impatience about how love is supposed to be for me. I'm moving into a place of being more inspirational about it and more easy about it. I would do videos that had to do with Abraham Hicks and inconsistency with that. And creating that experience of a relationship with love, or a relationship, well, yeah, a relationship with love, because that's actually what you're having. You're having a relationship with love. That's where love, to me, that's where love first starts. It doesn't start with that person, even though that person is actually in your interaction to teach you love, to teach you more about love, to teach you another perspective of love. That's how I look at it. That person taught me a perspective of love. Both of them taught me, well, actually all of the people that I've loved have taught me so many things. I've learned that love can be painful. I've learned that because I felt it. I've learned that love can be giddy. Yeah. With words, like with what it's considered romantic. I don't care for that word romantic, but um, but that word of love in its purest form, I can honestly say for myself, is that love of the universe. Like, you wake up in the morning, you've got to be loved. You can't possibly exist in it. And that is just an inner knowing within myself. It just is. It's like I woke up this morning, I was loved. Everybody doesn't see it that way, but I do. I see it that way. I woke up this morning and I was loved. So I'm going to actually go within myself and look more deeper at the perspectives of my experiences with my loving experiences with the male counterpart, my relationships. Because All of them have taught me some wonderful things, I can honestly say. I think Ariana Grande has a song about her experiences with, I think it's Thank You Next. I'm going to have to look it up. Yeah, Thank You Next. But each of those people taught her something. And ultimately, when you don't have someone else loving you, who are you going to love? Who's going to love you? Go look in the mirror, because you're it. Baby, you are it. You got this. You got this. And you can do it. You can love yourself beyond. I'm doing it. I'm working on loving myself more and more every day. And I am so grateful for it. So, go out there and love yourself. And love yourself a little bit of you. I love yourself. I love yourself. I love yourself a little bit of you. More and more. More and more. More and more. Yeah. I just had to give a song to inspirationally just like give me some laughter, because to me, that's loving myself. I can make myself laugh. Oh my God. I enjoy laughing at myself, with myself, as myself. I do. Just means I love myself, and I'm grateful for it. Yes, I am. So, do you know what love is? Do you know what love is? What does love really mean? Well, only you can answer that. But these are questions that only your perspective and your expression can answer. You can share them if you like. It's okay if you don't. But taking that inner look at the love that you have for yourself usually will take you down a path of what it looks like to love someone else as well. What is love to you? Do you remember love? What are the experiences that you remember? I remember my relationship loves. I think love is just a discovery. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I'm discovering. Right now I'm having a moment because I'm like, hey, it's changing my perspective of how I'm looking at it right now. So, what if you looked upon love as a treasure hunt? Ooh. I don't know if I want to hunt it. Nah, I have to think about it. But I think it's just make it fun. Make love fun. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Sounds fun. Okay. Well, let me know what you find and get back to me, because I actually want to know. Just share it with me, because I, again, like I said, expanding just like you. So thank you for watching. I love you. And there's going to be more to this love series. Oh, yeah. There's an old show. This is just what came to me right now. Love Boat. Okay, you gotta look it up, because you might not be my age, but yeah, totally look it up. Totally look up the Love Boat. It's really, I think it was in the 1970s or something like that. The Love Boat. The song came into my head. It's like, the Love Boat. Simply we're making a lot of love. And the whole show was about people. It was about relationships. I'm going to have to look at a series. I'll put the link. If I find a YouTube video, because it's got to be on YouTube. It's so old. It's got to be. I got to put one on there. Like, it was a comedy, and it was about people who would get on a ship. They weren't specifically looking for love. I can't remember it right now. I'll have to look back at it and see what the concept of the reason why the show was made. But, a little bit corny, but who knows? Yeah, Love Boat. Interesting. You people making a lot. I just remember the song. Lot of love. The Love Boat. Imagine being on a boat, on a ship, looking for love. Looking for love in all the wrong places. I'm looking for love. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'll talk to you at the perfect time. Love you much. See you on the next show. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. The love series is on. What's the tea with Nikkolayla? Ting ting. Thank you. Bye for now. See you later.